Former President Donald Trump has signed a contract to provide commentary on the quote-unquote Gamecast of Saturday's boxing event headlined by Evander Holyfield versus Holyfield-Belfort by Triller. Triller has dabbled in celebrity commentators before, as Snoop Dogg was part of the Tyson versus Roy Jones fight. They also had a fight between Ben Askren and Jake Paul. They've been known to put on these spectacular celebrity boxing matches. And both Trump and Trump Jr. will call the entire 4-fight card that includes Anderson Silva versus Tito Ortiz, and of course the main event, which is the Evander Holyfield and Vitor-Belfort fight. Trump, when asked about this appearance, says, "I love great fighters, great fights." I can't even do this with a straight face. And then he went on to say, "I look forward to seeing both this Saturday night and sharing my thoughts ringside. You won't want to miss this special event." I'll agree with him there. This will definitely be a special event. But President Donald Trump will be commentating a fight between Evander Holyfield and Vitor-Belfort. That is something that I never thought I would be saying, but here we are. My instant reaction to this was, what? And then my second reaction was, okay, this makes sense. It makes sense. Because, look, say what you want about Donald Trump and his presidency. He was entertaining. People will tune in. I promise you this. People will tune in. There are going to be a lot of people who tune in, buy this fight for however much it is. I think it's like $50 or whatever. That's usually how much they are. But people are going to buy this fight just to hear Donald Trump on the call for this fight. I promise you that's totally going to be the case. And look, say what you want. Again, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. I will be open and honest about it. Not a fan at all. Not a fan about his policies. But he is one of those guys who will make people tune in and will be entertaining. And we know that. And he'll probably throw in some disgusting stuff in between there. Sure, that's going to happen. Of course he would. But I think, look, by Triller, I wouldn't make this move. But again, they're all about making pay-per-view buys. They're all about getting money. So that's what they wanted to do, and that's what they did. As far as, is it appropriate? That's another question I got. Is it appropriate for Trump to call this fight? And I mean, it depends on who you ask. I don't know what the political views are of the people at Triller. I don't know what the political views are of Evander Holyfield or Vitor-Belfort. I know there's a lot of people in UFC who tend to side with Trump a lot. But again, I think this is a move that's kind of made more for the spectacle of having the former president and the character who is Donald Trump, honestly, at this fight and calling this fight. People are going to want to hear what he has to say. And it's true, whether they like him or hate him, they're going to want to hear what he has to say. I don't think, though, it's going to be, a lot of it is going to be the publicity that they want, because we know Donald Trump is someone who, in a very bad way, is not afraid to say things that other people aren't afraid to say. Like, there's a difference between Snoop Dogg is calling a fight high as shit. It is funny as hell when Snoop Dogg is calling a fight and he's baked and he's just cracking jokes and reacting to fights. That is funny. It's different when you have this clown over here talking about, fights, and then throwing in, whatever he's going to throw in about elections and presidents and all that crap. So it's going to be different. It's going to be different. And again, if the goal for Triller was to attract people to this fight, I think it's going to work. I think this is going to be one of Triller's highest fight cards, because not only do you have, the return of Evander Holyfield, not only do you have, Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva, you got the former president on the call, which is just ridiculous. But it also kind of shows you how far boxing has come as a sport, because it's all completely based in celebrity fighting and spectacle now. But that's also what's keeping the sport alive. Last thing I'll say on this is I just want to say I will never want to hear from, after this, I never want to hear from anyone who ever claimed that, sports and politics have never mixed. I never want to hear from those people, because the same people who said before with Kaepernick and what have you that sports and politics never mixed before and they should never mix ever and blah yada yada yada. For all of those people who are going to say that, who said that then, and are going to order this fight and talk about how great it was to have President Trump on the call and blah blah blah, you can't say that anymore. Because you'd be a fucking hypocrite is what you'd be. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.